Hey there, Cancer, and welcome to your general reading for this month of October. Thank you so much for being here, Cancer. We're going to do a 3-card spread here. Step back, stay, step forward. This is going to just represent you, what you can do if you want to step back from a situation you're in, if you want to stay in the situation you're in, or if you want to move on from a situation that you might be in. This can also deal with a person or anything, really, as it is a general reading. But don't think that a step back necessarily is a bad thing. Sometimes we just need to do a little reevaluation in our lives here, so doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be a bad thing, but the cards will let us know what is quote-unquote bad here. So thank you for being here, Cancer, and let's just get into this. Just as a quick note, as we got the Fool, the Tower, lots of major arcana already, and the Knight of Swords. All right, so Spike is overwatching us for this, but just as a quick note, with these readings, I just do these 3 cards. We're not going to do any clarifiers or anything, but I am going to talk more in depth with each card rather than doing clarifiers and things like that. We're just going to really do a deep dive with each particular card and the situation as a whole. So we're starting off with, appropriately starting, is the Fool. So if you want to take a step back, you need to just start something new. Right? Whatever this has been, doing, whatever you've been, this situation or whatever in your life has been doing, going on, things like that, you just need to take a step back from it and say, all right, that's it. I'm going to do something else instead, right? We're going to go down a different path here. The Fool here is ready to jump off this cliff and learn how to fly on the way down, right? The Fool is all about new beginnings, taking a leap of faith, starting up something new. The Fool's got everything he needs here. He's got just the bare minimum of his necessities here and that little sack of his. He's got a loyal companion here, and he's got, most importantly, his brain. He's got everything he needs to know in his head there, and he's just ready to start and ready to go for it. So really, you need to take a step back from whatever this situation here is here with the Tower and just start something new. If you want to take a step back, you don't necessarily have to take a step back and go down a different path, but that's up to you if you want to do that. So just clean slate, start over again. All right, that was what it was. Let's do something else. Very simple. Very simple to start things out. In the middle, though, we got the Tower. Now, the Tower is a card of a big change here. I feel like this is a change that you can kind of see coming. And so you won't be in this Tower position for long, but right now I feel like you're in the Tower and you can kind of see smoke. And it's like, okay, something's up, right? And when there's smoke, there's fire, right? One thing I always say about the Tower, a friend of mine once told me that I always say now, is that there's 2 ways you can look at the Tower. You can be in the Tower when the Tower comes down, or you can be outside the Tower watching it come down, going like, I'm glad I wasn't in that. So very much like, just this change is coming. You can see the change, obviously, because we're in that moment right now. We're in the okay, there's smoke, there's fire. What am I going to do, right? And it's like, do you want to stay in here while this comes down, while this change happens? Do you want to be forcibly made to change, or do you want to get out of here now and move on and just get ahead of this, right? So that's up to you. That's kind of in the Tower. I feel like that's the decision that needs to be made for you. Are you going to fight this to the better end, or are you going to get out of here while the getting's good, right? As you can see, there's 2 people in the Tower. This person jumped out, and this person here was pushed out. So this person obviously has a chance to kind of recover and make it out. This person's going to land on their head, and it's not going to be pretty, So it's just saying here right now, just what are you going to do, right? And that's the big thing with your present energy. It's your present situation is this is a change that's happening regardless. How are you going to approach it? So, but we can also move on as well, and that's what the Knight of Swords represents. The Knight of Swords represents moving on. Well, not necessarily just moving on, but taking action and getting out of there, right? Interestingly enough, I find both the Fool and the Knight of Swords are both looking backwards, right? As if to say, kind of they're both looking at the past. The Knight of Swords is moving towards the past. The Fool is looking towards the past in our current situation. That's not how they're supposed to be represented, but just in our spread here, they're both looking backwards. They're both looking towards the past. I feel like with the Knight of Swords, you need to be taking action, but I think it needs to be because of things in your past that you have kind of like knowledge you've acquired, things that you know, stuff like that. I feel like that's how the Knight of Swords wants you to be here, is just to be taking action, taking informed action, right? The Knight of Swords generally just go, 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 and doesn't care. I'm just like, that's my objective, is like that away. I'm going to head that way, right? That's how the Knight of Swords operates. Whereas like you have on the opposite end of the spectrum, the Knight of Pentacles is like, I have a solid plan. I'm always going to move along the plan every step of the way. Knight of Swords has no such agenda. He's just going to go, 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 go. But here, I feel like you need to be, if you are taking action, and you're going to take a bunch of action, you're going to move along quickly, like you're going to move on from this tower in a quick fashion, I feel like you need to just make sure it's because of the past. Like you're making informed actions. You're taking informed action. You're not just going mindlessly here. I feel like you need to just be mindful of like maybe what has worked in the past, what has happened in the past, all those things before you take that action and go. I like that. So I talked here with the Tower, and now that I've talked a bit about the Knight of Swords, it's kind of making me rethink this a bit, where I talked about how the Knight of Swords, or the Tower, you're in the state of like, should I stay or should I go? I feel like the Tower, if you stay, that's what the Tower represents right now. It's like you're going to stay and you're just going to come down with the Tower, right? You're just like, no, I'm fighting this to the bitter end. I'm not going to make this change. The Tower's going to come down. Whereas the Knight of Swords represents you moving on. And you know, you're the person, like I said, when my friends interpretation of it, where it's like, you know, you can be in it or you can be outside of it watching it come down. I feel like if you move on, you take that Knight of Swords, that's going to be you being like, okay, I'm going to watch it come down, and I'm not even going to watch it come down. I'm just going to get out and start going. Like, I'm just going to get out and start moving on. That's coming down. I'm not even dealing with it. I'm not even going to look back. I'm going to race the dust cloud, right? I'm just going to race that. I don't want to get caught by it, even that. So yeah, I just feel like you need to be, if you want to take a step forward, you just got to start taking action, start moving forward, just get ahead of this. But again, make informed actions. Take informed actions. Make sure you're not, you know, repeating not repeating mistakes from the past. Like, you ever heard that line, those who do not learn from history are doomed to repeat it, right? Like, don't be doing that. You got to make informed decisions when you go out and do this. So that's what I got here. Again, you might want to take a step back. I feel like you're leaving the Tower regardless. Like, if you, like, whether you step back and step forward, it's like, we're leaving whatever the situation is that's changing. But if you want to take a step back with the Fool, let's just start something else. You know what, that didn't work out. Let's, you know, not even worry about it, clean the slate. Let's do something new. You can stay in the Tower as it comes down. That's up to you. You know, if you think that situation is going to work out best for you, that's up to you. That's you know, you're an adult. You make your own decisions. I don't know what the situation's like either, so don't. That's not me passing judgment on you. Or you can just start getting out and going as quick as you can and get ahead of this as fast as you possibly can. So that's what I got for you this reading here, Cancer. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it so much. You want to help out the channel, hitting that thumbs up button helps out a ton. You can also share the video, subscribe to the channel if you like what I do here, and you want to see more, you can always subscribe to the channel. And of course, check out your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign videos too after this one. See what all might be coming for you this October. Thank you again for being here, Cancer, and I hope to see you in the next video.